So in today's class, let's say you have the data set. How to import that data set in Pandas, and how to do rows and columns operation so that we can make that data so that we can analyze it better. Does that help everyone? So in this case, there are two libraries that we need to work on. First is NumPy and second is Pandas. So obviously Pandas is more in use when we analyze data, and sometimes Pandas is also known as the version or the substitute of Excel, but it can do more than what Excel can do. Does it help? Yeah. So therefore, Excel is a lesser version, or in other words, Excel is the inferior as compared to Pandas. Yeah. So in today's class, we need to study what all we can do with the help of Panda or NumPy. Additionally, in today's class, we need to learn different measure of statistics. For example, mean, median, mode, quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and maximum value, minimum value, so on and so forth, and how to analyze or what is the meaning of those values. Does it help? Can we start? Any doubts, anyone, any questions related to anything? Amazing. Cool. So I request you kindly open your Anaconda, launch Jupyter Notebook. Once you are done, do let me know. Kindly open your Anaconda and please launch Jupyter Notebook. Once you are done, do let me know. And additionally, guys, since your webcam is on, but if you want to have something, let's say if you want to have tea, coffee, or if you want to eat something, you can do that. I have no issues with that. Yeah. As soon as you are done, do let me know. Yeah. Done, everyone?
Yes, done.
Sure. Meanwhile, I'm also sharing my screen. Uh, so here, obviously, you have launched. We need to launch Jupyter Notebook. Right. Now, all you need to do is go to New and go to Python 3. Done. All you need to do, double click on this, and you can change this name. You can call this maybe class 1, whatever you want to call it as. Yeah, it's your choice. Done. So I have already named it class 1. Just give me a second. Just give me a second, guys. This is strange. Let me open this again. Additionally, guys, please go to Google Classroom, and I have shared one data set with you. Please make sure you have downloaded the data. Yeah. I have this here. Okay. Guys, done? Have you downloaded the data? Amazing. So now all you need to do is just write down these two lines, import numpy as np. Just write down this line first. Import numpy as np. Done? So what does this line mean? This line means that we need to import numpy library, and we are calling numpy as np because, so let's say we all have nicknames, right? Let's say for Ryan, your nickname is some XYZ. Yeah. So whenever your parent wants to call you, they will call you as XYZ. They will not call you as Ryan. Is that correct? Similarly, now if we are writing NP, it means that we are calling NumPy. We are not writing the full form NumPy. We are just writing NP for that. Does that help? Similarly, we need to import another library which is known as pandas. So write down import pandas as PD. Import pandas as PD. Now after that, all you need to do is press shift and enter together. And I hope there is no error. Done. Now the question is how to import the downloaded data here. So the command is, so let's say first of all we need to define my data frame. What is the name of my data frame? Generally in coding language or data scientists call this as DF. DF means data frame. Data frame means I'm calling my data set, right? So if I need to call Sai Puneet, I will call Sai Puneet. So here I am using DF. You can use any name. You can use XYZ. You can use your name. You want to use any name. You can use your X name as well if you have any. Yeah. So in this case, again, I'm using DF. DF means data frame. Data frame means if I call DF, the data or the Python will show me the entire data set. Does that help? Yeah. So what we need to write, df is equals to, now PD. What does PD means? I'm calling pandas. I'm not calling numpy. So in this there is one function, PD dot write down read and just press tab after that. Write down read, just press tab after that. As soon as you do that, you can see multiple options: read CSV, read Excel, read so on and so forth. Right now, my downloaded version is in terms of CSV file. Therefore, we are choosing the option read underscore CSV and then press only enter. Does that help? Yeah. After that, open and close brackets. All you need to do, just shift and press number 9. You will get the sign. Now, we need to tell Panda from where you need to import your data from. So in this case, since you have already downloaded, obviously if you go to downloads, here is my data set. Can you see that? Tips.csv, right? But I need to know the path. So what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll go to properties. In properties, just a second, I need to go to location. As soon as I need to, I am on location, I need to copy these bache. That is C user Sahil downloads. Please copy that. Control C. I'm waiting till this point. As soon as you are done, do let me know. Done? Yep. Really very sorry. Since you have copied this now, again you need to go to this file. All you need to do is shift and select this inverted commas. Done? After that, since you have already copied, press Control V. Press Control and V. Once you are done, now compare these two. Here I'm using two backslash sign. Can we see that? Again, here is only one. I need to use two. Therefore, we need to use two. So this is one. This is one. If you will use one, the Panda will not show you any data set. After that, what is the name of file? So again, to backslash. My name of the file is, again go to downloads. Yep. And this is the name of my file. So all you need to do, go to properties and copy this as it is. Copy this as it is. And then Control V. Once you are done, do let me know. Done? Everyone. Okay. Now, how can we write anything which Panda should not read? So for that, you need to use hash sign for that. So if I'm using hash sign, Panda will ignore this line. So here I have written two lines or two same lines. Obviously, I want Panda to read only one. Therefore, I am putting hash sign here. Does that help? After that, you need to press Shift and Enter. Do that. Once you are done, do let me know. Hi, Arshia.
Hello, sir.
Arshia, right now, so this is this you can see in recording. You have missed 15-20 minutes class.
Yes.
Right now, just see this what we are doing, and if you face any doubt, do let me know. If your doubt is related to the previous 20 minutes, I'll let you know that. But if your doubt is not related to previous 20 minutes, or if your doubt is something I need to tell the other students the solution of your doubt, I will share that. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And Arshia, can you please switch on the webcam, bache?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Sure. Done, guys? Obviously, now you will see, sir, I can't see anything. Where is the data? You said it will show us the data, but it will show you the data when you call the data set or data frame. And here, what is my data frame name is df. So in this case, write down df and then press shift and enter. As you do, now you can see the data set. Can you? Yeah. So this is the data set. In this case, it is showing you top 5 rows and bottom 5 rows. There are total of 244 rows and 11 columns in this data set. We all know that the column names are total bill, tip, sex, smoker, day, time, size per person, price per person, player name, CC number or credit card number rather, payment ID. Yeah. But here it is starting from 0, not from 1. And this is the important point. In the case of Panda or in the case of Python per se, it starts from 0. It will not start from 1, right? So if I need to read the data set from, let's say, of top 3 rows, if I need to read the data set of top 3 rows, then my top 3 rows will be 0, 1 and 2. Does that help? My top 3 rows will be 0, 1 and 2. Similarly, if I need to data set from, let's say, for top 7 rows, then top 7 rows will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that help? Does that make sense? Yeah, amazing. So this is the data set. Now we have the data set. Now, how can we see total number of columns and what are the column names? So there is one more command which is known as df.columns. Now you can say, sir, we can see that from here. I know that, but there are only 11 columns, but let's say there are many. How can you see that? All you need to do is just write down one command df. We are calling data frame dot columns and then press shift and enter. Here are 11 columns name, total bill, tip, sex, smoker, day, time, size, price per person, player name, CC number, payment ID. Does that help with everyone? But make sure that in order to analyze the data, we need to see each and every column, each and every row, what they are telling to us. And after that, after knowing each and everything, we can comment about the data set. आप लोगों ने you have heard something like that, don't judge the person if you don't know the circumstances of the person. Similarly, it applies to the data set. Don't make conclusions if you don't know your data set. And in order to know your data set, we are running all these commands or all these codes. Does that help? Yeah, amazing, super. Now, how to read rows? Rows here means index. So we are denoting column with columns, but we are denoting rows with index. In this case, the command is df.index. And then all you need to do is shift and enter. Now, what they are telling us? They're telling us that your row index is starting from 0. We can see that my row index is starting from 0. Can you see that? Yeah. And it will stop at 244. Now again, we can see that it will stop at 243. Now, where is the challenge? Why there is 243? Because there are total number of 244 rows. And since it is starting from 0, where should it end? 243. Can we say that? Does that help? Yep. And what is the step? Step is 1. 1 means 0, then 1. So what is the difference between these two? 1. What is the difference between these two? 1. So step means 1. Does it help? Yep. Arshia, who is behind you, bache?
Sorry, sir, my mom came in.
Okay, say hi to your mom and please say if you are not getting disturbed, that is fine. But if you're getting disturbed, can you please change the room, bache?
No, sir, I'm not getting disturbed.
Sure. So now the question is, if I need to read only top 5 rows, I don't want entire data set, I want to read only top 5 rows. What is the problem of entire data set? If you are downloading your entire data set, obviously when your data set is so huge, your Python will take more time. Here, what we need to know, I just need to see the crux of my data set. Therefore, I need to see what are the total or what are the top 5 rows. In this case, the command is df.head. In this case, the command is df.head, and as soon as you press shift and enter, you can see only top 5 rows. Again, it is starting from 0 till 4. Does it help? But let's say someone wants to see top 7 rows. In that case, this is the default command. But if you want to see top 7 rows, all you need to do, just write 7 inside bracket and then press shift and enter. Now you can see top 7 rows. Does that help with everyone? Yeah. Amazing. Super. So guys, do you feel my speed is fine, or should I speed, or I can increase my speed, or should I decrease my speed? That is fine. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
I had a doubt. What's the difference between CSV and Excel exactly?
So CSV is nothing but the comma separated file. Although when you open CSV file, it will open on Excel only, but it is comma separated file. Excel is normal Excel file. Bache. Yeah. Okay. Now, if someone wants to see only bottom 5 rows, how can you see that? Df tail. And in this case, press shift and enter. You can see bottom 5 rows. But let's say you want to see bottom 9 rows. All you need to do, press 9 here or write 9 in the brackets and then press enter. These are your bottom 9 rows. Does that help? Can we move further? Now, after doing all these operations, after I know this is my data set, or what should I know further? I need to know what is the information regarding the data set. So what do you mean by information? Let's see that. So the command is df.info and then press shift and enter. As soon as you do that, it is telling us each and everything. That is, your range index is 244 entries, which means the total number of rows are 244, and it is starting from 0 till 243. Does it help with everyone? Yeah. Amazing. Data columns, there are total number of 11 columns. Now, can you please name all 11 columns? Yes, we can. So it is starting from 0. First is total bill, second is tip, 6, so on and so forth. Now, what is null count or non-null count? Non-null means the data set has some value and that is not your missing value. Data set has some value and that is not your missing value. Everyone understood what do you mean by missing or non-missing value? Any doubts, anyone? Amazing. In this case, there are 244 non-null values, which means that right now we have 244 rows and all those rows are filled. We are not having any missing value in this case. Does that help? Yeah. And if you look the entire data set, every column does not have any missing value. Can we say that? Yep. Now, what is the data type here? First is float. So for total bit, it is float. Float means it can take integral as well as fractional values. Fractional means in decimals. You can say that, right? Integral means only integers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fractional or integers and decimal means 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, so on and so forth. So can we say that my total bill is coming under float? Let's see that. This is my total bill. Obviously, it should be floating value because 10.07. That is not only integer. Can we say that? Yeah. So therefore, the data type here is float. Again, you can check for tip by yourself. In this case, size is nothing but integer. Integer, we all know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's look size. Can you see there is no decimal value? 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, so on and so forth. Can we see that there is no decimal values? Therefore, it comes as an integer. Object means it is a kind of categorical variable. Now, what is the difference between numerical and categorical variable? In the case of numerical variables, you can see numbers in those particular columns, whether they are integer or they are in float form. But in the case of object, there is no numerical value. You can see different names. For example, if I say sex, here the name should be male or female. So let's look here, male or female. Does it help? And all those data set are termed as object. Does it help? Yeah. Arshia Bache, I can't see you. Okay.
So 2 minutes. I'm having some issues with my Wi-Fi.
Sure. Now, in short, what is the summary? Summary says that you have total of 3 float variables. You have total of 2 integer variables and you have total of 6 object variables. So 3 plus 2 plus 6 is nothing but 11. I hope you understood what do you mean by information regarding data set. Any doubts, anyone? I'm giving you 30 seconds. If you have any doubt, do let me know, bache. Can we move further? Yep. Okay. Now the question is, we know that there are float as well as integer values. Now, how to get statistical information from these or for these variables? Now, what do you mean by statistical information? Statistical information means that I want to know what is the mean, what is median, what is minimum value, what is maximum value, what is Q1, Q2, and Q3. Does that help? Yeah. So the command is df.describe. And you need to press shift and enter here. And here you can see for total bill, your count is 244. Your mean is 19.78. Your standard deviation is 8.90. Minimum value is this. Your first quartile is 13.34. Second quartile or median is 17.79. Your 75th quartile is 24.12. And your maximum value of total bill is 50.81.
Sir,
Yeah.
the first quartile is Q1 or is it the upper bound of the first quartile?
First quartile is Q1, bache.
Okay, it's just Q1.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So if I say what is the value of Q1, that is 13.34, which means that before 13.34, I have 25% of my data set, and after 13.34, I have rest 75% of my data set. Does that help? Yeah. Any doubts, anyone? Now, before going forward, I need to tell you something related to mean, median, mode, standard deviation, so on and so forth. Now, what is mean? Mean is nothing but the average value. We all know that. Now we need to see whether my mean is equals to median or not. And what is median? Median is nothing but Q2, right? So can we say that my mean, which is 19.78, is equals to my median or a proxy equals to median? The answer is no. They are not equal. Now, how to make conclusions here? So if you have notebook with you, you can write if mean is approximately equals to median, then distribution is a normal distribution. Are you writing or are you just listening? So I'm comfortable with both. If you want to write, you can write, because if you are making conclusions like this, the other person who is reading all those conclusions will understand that you are a stats person. You know things, you know how to analyze data. Yeah. Okay. So if mean is approximately equals to median, the distribution is termed as normal distribution. If mean is more than median, your distribution is right skewed distribution. And if mean is less than median, your distribution is left skewed distribution. Done? Now, can we make this interpretation from Q1, Q2, Q3 as well? The answer is yes, we can make that. Now the question is how? Please write down. If Q2 minus Q1, if Q2 minus Q1 is approximately equals to Q3 minus Q2, then distribution is normal distribution. If Q2 minus Q1 is more as compared to Q3 minus Q2, your distribution is left skewed distribution. And if Q2 minus Q1 is less as compared to Q3 minus Q2, your distribution is right skewed distribution. Now, can you please tell me from mean and median and also from Q1, Q2, Q3, what is the distribution of total bill here?
It is right skewed.
Absolutely, it is right skewed. Any doubts, anyone?
So can you repeat the 3 points which you said regarding Q2 minus Q1, all that?
Yeah, absolutely. If Q2 minus Q1 is approximately equals to Q3 minus Q2, then distribution is normal distribution. If Q2 minus Q1 is greater than Q3 minus Q2, then distribution is left skewed distribution. If Q2 minus Q1 is less than Q3 minus Q2, then your distribution is right skewed distribution. Does that help? Yep. So here from total bill, I know that the minimum bill was 3.07 and the maximum bill was 50.81. My mean of total bill is 19.78. Median of total bill is 17.79. Since this distribution is right skewed because of the reasons I have already told you, this is what we have interpreted till now. Should we move on? Yeah. Now we need to see whether there is greater variation or not. Now variation means whether my data set is taking only a constant value. For example, if total bill is taking 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So there is no variation, right? Yeah. And if there is no variation, what is your variance? Your variance in this case is equals to 0 because variance is measuring variation. Does that help? Yeah. And under root of variance is nothing but standard deviation. Now the question is, sir, then why we are not studying variance? Why we need to study standard deviation? The reason is simple. Obviously, you should have done this in 12th class. In the variance formula, you can see square term, right? But since standard deviation is under root of variance, in the standard deviation formula, obviously the square term will cut down. For example, let's say your data set in this case is in terms of dollars. So in the variance, what is the unit of variance in this case? Can we say dollar square? So how to compare dollar square with dollar? We can't. Can we say that? So in order to compare, we need to have same units. Therefore, we are using standard deviation and not variance because both are telling us the same thing. Because standard deviation is just under root of that, right? So in this case, we are using standard deviation only because my unit of measurement remains same as compared to mean, median, and so on and so forth. Does that help? Yeah. Any doubts, anyone? Sure. Now, your homework is to analyze tip, size, price per person. Don't analyze CC number because this is waste. Why this is waste? The reason being, what can you analyze from any credit card number? We can't analyze anything, right? Therefore, you can ignore this column. Rest, you need to submit me a full report on tip, size, price per person, right? Don't write it down. Just make a Word file, write for all these three variables, and please upload these file here only, the Google Classroom. I'll make a section. You need to upload that file. Does it help? Yeah. Can we move forward? Amazing. Now, some statistician feels that it is difficult to read. If I need to read total bill, then I need to see here. It would be great if we transform or transpose this. How to transpose this? All you need to write df.describe whatever you have written till here, then dot transpose, then dot transpose. As soon as you do, press shift and enter, and here is what you can read now. Now, if you think this one is easy, please read this table. If you think this one is easy, please read this table. It depends on you. Yeah, but I have told you both the formulas. Does it help? Yep. So here I can say that, let's say for tip, my total count is this, mean is this, standard deviation is this, min value Q1, Q2, Q3, and max value. Does it help? Can we move forward? Amazing. Now, how to get information based upon only columns per se? Let's say I don't want to see the complete table. I want to see only total bill column. How can we see that? In this case, we need to call one my data frame, which is nothing but df, and here we need to use square brackets. Please remember that. So I am writing for you. Df means from where I need to get the information from. That is my data frame using square brackets. And whenever you are writing variable name, you need to write that in inverted commas. Whether it is single or double does not matter. Yeah. So I'm using inverted commas here, and I need information on total bill. So I'm writing TOT. As soon as you write that, just press tab. If as soon as you press tab, the Panda or the Python will see the data set and automatically read this. Does that help? Yeah. Obviously, I don't need this. Therefore, I'm putting hash here. Sai bacha, I can't see you. Thank you. Now, in this case, just press shift and enter. And here, whatever you are seeing is the total bill column. Can you see your first entry is 16.99? Yeah. Let's check first entry here. Is it 16.99? Yeah. So likewise, you can see only information related to total bill. Does that help? Yep. Good. Now, if you want to see information for more than one columns, what we need to do? There are two steps, bache, or there are two methods, not steps. First method is write down your another variable name, which is for me, it's my column. You can write any. So for me, it's my calls, and I need to write what all variables I need information on. So I need information on total bill, comma, I need information on tip. Does it help? And please note that you need to write inverted commas for each and every variable separately. Does it help? Now I am calling my data frame, and from data frame, what I need information for my columns. And my columns means I need information on total bill and tip. Here, as soon as you write down df square brackets, my calls, all you need to see this information. Does that help? Yeah. Now the question is, what is another methodology? So in order to get another methodology, I am pressing this hash sign here also, hash. So right now, if you see this, Python should not read this because Python can see in every line there is hash. So right now, if I press shift and enter, I'm not getting anything. Does that help? Now, if I'm ignoring this hash and what I need df, then if I'm straight away writing the variable names, if I'm writing more than one variable name, we need to use 2 square brackets. Does that help? And write down the variable name, press shift and enter, and this is what you can see. Any doubts, anyone? I'm waiting for another 1 to 2 minutes. Should we move on? Yep. Okay. Cool. Now the question is how to create a new column and why we need to create a new column. Because if I read this table, there is a feeling that what is the proportion of total bill people are paying in terms of tip. Let's say if let's say in a particular restaurant, if you go and the bill comes around 1,000 and you are saying, okay, I'm giving you tip of 50 rupees. And in another restaurant, or in the same restaurant, let's say it's a birthday and your bill comes around 20,000 and let's say your tip is now 2,000. Now, what is the percentage of tip that you are giving? Does that help? This is what I want to see. Yeah. So I need to create one more column. Now, how to create a new column? You need to write df and what is your new variable name or new column name, right? As soon as you do that, equals to sign, how you are generating the new column, that is what I'm defining you now. What we need the total proportion of total bill we are paying as tip. So what should be the formula? Tip divided by total bill. Can we say that is my formula? But if you write only tip divided by total bill, the Panda will not read that. So Panda will say, okay, you need information on tip, but tip is where you will say tip is in df, data frame. Please read tip from data frame. Divided by, please read total bill from data frame. And all we need to do, because we need this in terms of percentage, so 100 into this, can we say that? Yeah. So as soon as you do that, so here don't we are not using simple brackets here. As soon as you do that, please press shift and enter. Done. So now I need to see that whether the new column has been entered in my data frame or not. Again, for that, what we can do, we can see the heads. So write down df.head, press shift and enter. And here is the new column, which is tip percentage. For person 1 or for family 1, the tip percentage is 5.94. For family 2, tip percentage is 16.05, so on and so forth. Does that help? And these all functionality will help you to analyze data better. Does that help? Any doubts, anyone? Now I have a question. Are you writing all these codes or you are waiting for recorded lectures? Are you writing side by side?
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Super. Should we move forward? Yeah. Okay. Now, let's say here I can see tip percentages in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, around 6 decimal places, but I need only till 2 decimal places. What we need to do here? We need to call df tip percent, that is my variable name, equals to, now what is np? NumPy. We are calling NumPy. And in NumPy, we are calling what? Round function. We are calling round function. And this, in this case, this is a formula for tip percent. Can we say that? That we have just used. Comma 2. Here, comma 2 means how many decimal place you want. Right? And after that, just write down df.head so that we can see my data as soon as I press shift and enter. Now I'm doing that. Now, if can you see this is only 5.94 instead of 5.944673? Does that help?
Sir, can't you use the round function without NumPy?
No, bache, because you can use round either from NumPy or from PD, and round function is with NumPy.
So, but like I did not write NP and I directly did round, and it is coming. Like the answer
The
is
reason being you have already imported that NumPy, therefore it is coming. It is not in pandas, therefore it is coming. But make sure that you should write NP so that you should know from where your round function is coming from.
right. Thank you.
Yeah. Any doubts, anyone? Okay. Guys, I need to tell you one thing. Data science or data analysis per se is the most difficult as well as most important job. The reason being, we all know that in bigger organizations, or let's say if I talk in macro level, all of us are making any policy or any decisions based upon data. So the whosoever is interpreting the data should be very strong. It's just like that. If you go to a doctor and doctor will say, okay, go and do these blood check. Obviously, after doing all the blood test, again you will go to the doctor and submit your report. And the doctor is the one who is analyzing your blood report, and therefore you are paying higher fee to that particular doctor. Similarly, in data science, all of these things can be done by any person. That means all of the codes can be run by any person, but how to interpret, whosoever is interpreting the data will get higher wages or higher salary. Does that make sense? Yeah. So this is very, very important, bache. Therefore, I said in last class that we need to have common sense to analyze data. Yeah. Okay. Now, how to remove columns? Let's say I don't need not tip percent. How can we remove that? Here, df dot drop. What variable I need to drop? I need to drop tip percentage percent. Comma x is equals to 0 or 1. 0 means row. Is your variable in row or column? My variable is in column. So for column, my x is 1. For row, my x is 0. Since I need to drop my variable from column, therefore I need to write x is equals to 1. Does that make sense? Yeah. After that, you need to press shift and enter. Here, now you can see that there is no tip percent. Can you see that? Yeah. Amazing. Again, df.head, there is no tip. So there is tip percent. The reason being, this is what I need to tell you earlier. Here, as soon as you remove this, you can see that there is no tip percent. But as soon as you again write df or df head, you can see tip percent because it is not permanently removed. Now the question is, how can we remove this permanently? I don't need this column. So for that, my another command is df. So this is my old command, right? So my new command is df is equals to my old command. Now, if you press shift and enter, and let me generate one more cell here. So from plus sign, I'm generating new cell, and then write df dot head. Can you see now this is permanently being removed? So in order to do permanent operation, what you need to do, just write df equals to and rest all the same formula or the same code that you have written earlier. Does that help with everyone? Yeah. Okay. Then move forward. Amazing. Now working with rows or index. Now I need to set one index. Index means from where I can gather some information from. And we need to set that particular column as my index, which is unique. So in this case, can we say that total bill will give me a unique value for every row? The answer is no. Tip, no. Sex, no. Smoker, no. Day, no. Time, no. So on and so forth. Here, what credit card might be, credit card number, and payment ID. So for payment ID, I can say that for payment ID, it will give me the unique value. So what I am doing is I'm indexing my payment ID. So what we need to do, df dot set underscore index. If you don't want to write this much, write on df is dot set. Then please press tab. So here, as soon as you press tab, set command, there are three options: access, flag, or index. I need to choose index, press enter, and I need to run operation on payment ID. So all you can do, just write payment ID here with inverted commas. Please remember that. Does it help? Please press shift and enter. As soon as you do, now earlier it is showing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it is showing as your payment ID is this. For this particular payment ID, this is your total bill, this is your tip, the person is female, she is not a smoker, the day is Sunday, she ate dinner, the family size is 2, price per person is 8.49. Therefore, the total bill is what? 16.99, because 8.49 into 2. Does that help? Yeah, amazing, super. Now, in this case, Arshia Bache, what you are doing? You are messaging to whom?
Not messaging, मेरा Wi-Fi is like a little ditzy, so I'm joining through mobile hotspot.
Okay, cool. Right? Can we move further? Yep, amazing. Now, for permanent change. So in this case, this is not a permanent change, right? So can we do one thing? Let's see whether this is a permanent change or not. This is my payment ID. I'm entering my new row or new cell rather. I'm just writing DF head to see. So can you see that the change is not permanent? So for permanent change, what we need to write? DF equals to sign, rest the command remains same. And then as soon as you run this, I'm again inserting one more cell, write on df dot head now. Here you can see this is a permanent change. Can you see that? Yep. Now, if you want to change the index or reset the index, what command you need to run? Df dot reset index and then press shift and enter. Now it has been reset. But is your change permanent? The answer is no. In order to make this permanent, what we need to write? Df is equals to df dot reset. Does it help? Yeah. Okay. So here for permanent change, you need to write df is equals to df dot reset index. Now, if you see head here, you can see there is it is showing permanent change. Does it help?
So I'm getting an error for this.
Okay. Can you please share your screen, bache?
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Do you have the access to share your screen, or should I give you?
No. Yeah, you have to do.
Just give me a second. Can you share your screen now?
Is it visible now?
Yeah.
Yeah, or it is showing an error.
Just give me a second. you are getting an error in set command, right?
Yeah.
Just a second. df is equals to df dot set index payment ID. Can you please go down?
Yeah, I'll just go down. I am not able to scroll down. I don't know why. Achha, yeah. Payment ID. Achha, I think you're
Not
talking
in
about user
column.
ID.
Just a second. Just give me a second. Go to that. What is the spelling of payment ID?
PAY.
Is it capital P or small?
Capital P.
Just give me a second, Vijay. Go to just a second. It is capital. Can you do me a favor? Go to df dot columns command.
I
df
have to
dot
give.
column.
Okay, one sec.
That is initial, I think, first or second code that we have run. Just come down. Stop. Can you please copy this payment ID? Copy this as it is. Payment ID, which 10 info. Copy just copy this payment ID, Control C, and just paste it over there. Delete one inverted comma. df dot set. Just give me a second. I have messaged you the command. Can you please enter this now? Let me see whether there is a problem or not. Can you see my message, Rian? Rian, I can't hear you, bache.
I'm actually not able to copy that. I'll just have to do that.
Not able to copy that.
Yeah. So I think you can go ahead with the class. I'll just try on copying that.
So there are no spaces in your command after.
No.
DS.
That is fine. Arshia, that Python will know this, so it will not hamper the command. But can you please? You are not able to copy. I don't know how.
You can write it as it is.
Yeah, sure. Just do that. Got it. Arshia is right. Go to the command that which is showing error. In that case, just put equals to sign. Right.
Like this?
It is still showing an error. Just do that. I'm not very sure then.
You can go ahead with the class. I'll keep
Sure.
trying.
Let's discuss this in doubt session, bache, right after this
Yes.
class. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
I'll just stop.
Yeah. Thank you. So we are here, right? We have you done this df dot reset underscore index? Yeah, amazing, super. Now for permanent change, we are doing this. Till now, till this point we have done, right? Now, in this case, df is equals to df dot set index payment id. I am pressing shift and enter. After doing that, what I need, now I know that after running this command, now this is my index, right? And here, if I need some information related to, let me show you that. Just give me a second. Df dot head. I'm just writing one. One means, sorry, the first row. So this is the information of first row. Can we say that? And in terms of Python, Python is saying first row is equals to what? 0 or 1? For Python, your first row is 0 or 1?
Zero.
Absolutely 0. So if I need this information, how can I read that? In this case, since you have already stated your index, you need to write df.I. I means index lock, loc. Oh, please, in this case, use square bracket and write 0. 0 means index 0. As soon as you do that, press shift and enter. And this is what you are getting. Your total bill is this, tip is this, female, no, so on and so forth. Does that help? Yeah. So if we need some information based upon my index, I need to write I log command. If it is, so let's say you are not sure, but you want the information of this payment ID. And this is already being indexed in this case. We have already indexed that, right? So what you need, what command you need to run in this case, since you're writing this payment ID itself, we are just writing df log, not I. We are not using I because I stands for indexing, which means that indexing in terms of number 0, 1, 2, so on and so forth. But since now my index is payment ID, all you can do is just copy whatever information you want from your particular ID. Just copy that and df.log, enter your information in square bracket, and then just press shift and enter. Please make sure that you are writing all of these information in inverted commas, but in the case of ilog, their inverted commas are not required. Does that help? For example, you have a data set, but if you want to see a person comes to you and person is saying my payment rate is this, can you please see what is the total tip I have paid? So let's say person forgot what is the total tip he has paid. So all you need to do, just make sure that, let's say this is a person, copy this and df.log, enter this ID, you will get all the information of that particular person. Does that help?
Sir, I got what was wrong.
What was wrong, Ryan, in that case?
I dropped payment ID before.
Acha,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Cool. Okay. Any doubts, anyone till this point? Any doubts, anyone? Should we move forward then? Amazing, super. Now, I want information from row 0 to row 4. Does that make sense? But I'm writing one note here. If you are using something like this, 0 till 4, it should be in square brackets, then it means you want Python to get information for index 0 till index 3, which means that, in other words, the first term is inclusive, and the last term is exclusive. Does that help? The first term is inclusive, which means that Python will show you 0 for index 0, but Python will not will show you index 4. It will show you what is the last value of index 3, not index 4. So the first term is inclusive, last term is exclusive. Can we say that? So in this case, according to you guys, Arshia, this question is for you, bache. According to Arshia, how many rows you will get here, or how many rows you will get here from 0 till 4? How many rows you will get here? Is it 5 or is it 4 or is it 6?
So 4 only, including 0, 0, 1, 2, and 3. We'll get
Absolutely, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Does that make sense? Yeah. So here I'm writing, press enter, shift and enter. Here 0, 1, 2, and 3. These are your rows. Does that help? Everyone, any doubt? Super. Similarly, for log function, I'm not using I here. I'm using the index one. In this case, I'm writing two IDs. Therefore, I'm using two square brackets. I'm not using two square brackets only because I'm writing two IDs. If you need to write more than one command or one variable, you need to use two square brackets for that. Does that help? Yeah. Then please press shift and enter, and this is what you will get here. Now I'm giving you 1 minute. Tell me if you have any doubts, any doubts. And I hope you remember your homework. Any doubts, anyone? No doubts. Okay. I hope you can see this link. Guys, this is a feedback link where name is optional. If you want to write your name, go ahead. If you don't want to write your name, please don't write. If you're not writing your name, this form is neither collecting your email ID. So this is anonymous form. If you're not writing your name, you can write down anything you want to write. And the good part is I will not be very sure who is writing that, right? So please fill this form. This is a feedback form. And we are taking next class on Monday. It says that I need to give you the permission. Just give me a second. Let me open that. Yeah, now you can fill this form, Bache. I have removed that particular restriction. Yeah. Okay, guys. Are you going to schools or are you available? If I take class, can I take class in morning from let's say 10 to 12 per se, or are you going to schools or school? You're going school. No, you're not. See, yes, Aryan, what's your case?
I just passed plus 12.
Okay. Mahatma, you're going. Arshia, going. Sai, obviously, Sai, you have passed out this year, right? And guys, congratulations if you are a CBSE kid. I hope you get these scores. If you're not, then you need to wait for your results. If results are not yet out. Okay.
So results just got out today.
Yeah, I know that. Therefore, I said congratulations to all. Perfecto. Additionally, Mahatma and Archia, if I'm not able to take class at let's say 3 to 5, will it be fine with you if I can take class in evening around 9 till 11 maybe per se, if
Yes,
not 3 to
sir.
5? So guys, what I'll do, I'll make one WhatsApp group where we can discuss these timing things. And if by chance, if I get busy somewhere because of various other things, I will WhatsApp you and we can mutually decide the timing. Again, I'm saying mutually. This is not an order. We will decide time accordingly, right? So that we all can attend the class. Cool. Have fun, guys. Please take care. Bye. And please fill the form. Yeah. Bye, guys.